we're back. So, yesterday, started up, had a bunch of mic trouble, but that's okay. We got 2 of the endings, which I don't think there's a way to check here. There's, I can, however, just go to, Steam. That'll tell us. So we got, what were the endings called? The Wraith and the Damsel. Which I'd like to say, I did the Wraith first. Only 34% of people have gotten to the Wraith, while 60% of people have gotten to the Damsel. I know what you are. People. Anyways, time to start. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That scared the shit out of me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess. I'm gonna hold tab.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Right.
I'm talking about the end of... Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here.
Right.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Really?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Right.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin unless, of course, you do...
Slayer. Okay.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Yep.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. Narrator. Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Oh.
Like I said, I don't make the rules.
This guy's not going to be happy.
No matter.
I think I actually believe you here.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Some people, including me, wants the world to end.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Surely I'm not one of those evil people.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I don't buy it.
Are you serious? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Seems like the next extreme.
Where you're going?
No. No.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ah, there, definitely knows what he's talking about.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yes, narrator.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay, yup. No, everyone in this universe dies. I go to a new one, everything's fine for me. Maybe not for you, but I don't care about you.
When I said everyone, I meant
everyone, yep.
Everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
I mean, what happens when I die?
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Definitely in my best interest.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Fucking go. Leading to the cabin.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
That is insane.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
That's awesome.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Was the cabin always in the background?
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that was there.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Irritating you is my favorite thing.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Look, I've doomed you. I'll be fine.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Awesome. Except for me. I'm fine. Ooh. New path. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
Don't you start grandstanding about moral. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe... I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's my captive audience.
Yeah! I love the contrarian. Contrarian is... best friend.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Alright, I need to get my snipping tool out right quick and screenshot this, because Contrarian's going at the top of the voices tier list.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Really now.
What are you talking about?
Oh
I'm sure
shit,
those
there's
walls
massive
wouldn't have been there.
fucking
It makes
walls
sense
in
if
the
you think about it.
background.
If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
There's fucking massive walls in the background.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning. But she will lie.
Yeah.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
He's being my best friend.
Let's keep an open mind.
Okay, I guess I'll go to the
The
cabin.
cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
I broke everything. Da 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 da.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table, the blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No,
I agree.
we're taking the knife. Have you seen this? I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I don't know. Something about this room doesn't exactly scream straightforward to me.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
My best friend right
But if
now.
you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Right.
Oh, you've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
I don't
Just
know.
ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours.
Wow.
And quickly, if you don't mind.
Narrator.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important
Really
task.
now. An important task.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the bed. There's death. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to... Exactly.
I'm gonna approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really isn't fun. You reach forward and rub your hand against, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see. You take the blade from... Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it. Then how are we supposed to? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. You'll look much cooler and more serious. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade. You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and
Yeah.
Ah, yes! Seriously.
Yay.
You throw the blade at the window, glass
Yes.
the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there,
done that.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Don't be such a pussy.
What's done is done.
Yeah. What's
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
You down there?
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place.
You
None of the
anywhere?
stairs even seem to go anywhere. Let alone the air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
That's cool.
An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
That's what matters to me too. The soft stairs.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next.
That's nice.
You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Nice.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought.
Oh, what's going on
You
here?
slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Okay. I should probably get, like, chat open here. There we go.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, this feels bad.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey,
How
a continuous march forward
am I gonna
to a
bring
destiny.
princesses?
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Uh-oh.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Yep.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness,
I don't like
watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
Really?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face.
That's a little better.
She's so warm and friendly. It's
is
deception.
friendly.
Don't buy into it.
How strange. So, why are you here?
Uh-oh.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Yup.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can Can we put her back?
I don't know. I think I like two princesses.
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Ooh, I don't think he's gonna like the answer.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink
I don't
them.
know, narrator.
It's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Oh, good plan. I like that plan.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
Yay!
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
I do.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Love
How would we
complications.
even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
going right at the top of the tier list. Right with Smitten and Cold.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Really, everything,
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now.
One Piece!
But I understand.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so
I mean, I'm gonna come back
terrifying
here
down
and,
here. But at least now you're not alone.
edit that.
And I'm not alone
Like,
either.
Jeez.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
I like where this is going.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Realist, pessimist, or no, angry pessimist? Sad
You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Which one of you are talking to me? Angry pessimist? Oh, I'm getting you. Why is this all just one? I don't know what you are. Oh. Oh god, it's all three at once. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Princess.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
I don't know, there's, we got a crowd
They
here.
have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
We found the fifth one.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep
Ooh,
breath.
I like the
Focus on
sound of that
You can
narrator.
do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
That's awesome.
If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that
Oh,
option
really?
is slaying her.
Oh, narrator, I think you're gonna hate this.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Barbarian. Come on now.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins,
More
your
of
perception
me?
multiplying
Oh,
in a
maybe just
sickening
wanna be inside of
kaleidoscope as your
her.
very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
That's so much to ask.
find
here.
the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish.
Oh no, what have I done? One moment. Just gonna quickly. We just need to quickly screenshot this. Oh, this is beautiful.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
No, this is probably, yeah, the,
But this... We can't...
Mm-hmm.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world,
I think
the
I
princess collapsing
truly
on
ended the
themselves
world there.
falls apart.
Ooh,
I think he's gone.
I've created a monster.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
Oh, I don't like you.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Can you guys split apart again, please? I don't.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Oh,
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Yep. There's the hands. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. It's a good line.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. What is that supposed to be? He's just messing with us. Right?
Oh, sorry, contrarian. Yep. You've withered. Really now. Go for the long quiet once again. Go to the cabin. We're at the cabin. Hey, girlfriend.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Ooh.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be,
Right.
but I am also none of it.
Okay.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make
You're
you
lucky
worse?
I like Eldritch
resent me?
Abominations, ma'am.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness
Yep, that's
you are
it.
guided by compassion.
You're right, that's it. That's the, that's the one. That is exactly what it says about me.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Right. Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the stranger to her. Okay. That is
You're on a path
one
in the
more
woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
pile.
And in the basement of that cabin is a prince.
Okay, Right, so I can't leave anymore.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Yeah.
You make your way up the shore. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't.
Already seen this. Okay, so we still have both options of taking the blade and just entering the basement. I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the...
I'm not necessarily gonna kill her this time, though.
The door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Really?
You walk down the stairs
Yeah.
and lock eyes with the princess.
I like the version.
There's a heavy
that are
chain
nice to
around her
me.
wrist. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go. Don't
Yep.
you dare.
I'll
It's
drop the knife.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Yep.
The blade tumbles out of your
Oh,
trembling
okay,
hands and
self-defense,
drops
man.
to the floor with an unceremonious clap.
No need to jump to conclusions.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I don't like
Against your better judgment,
you're
you
talking
step
kinda
forward
deep right
to
now,
speak
ma'am.
with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Hey, I'm college educated. I know what a relationship is, ma'am.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
You
I think.
seem a little
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here
less
a long
joyful
time.
than the last time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous? They haven't told you anything, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have, whoever sent you to slay me, that doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Oh, I know you more than you'd think.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
I do kind of like this version of her. Being
So do you trust
realist.
me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I know it's not you that ends. I've seen the thing
She's
ending
wrong.
the worlds.
This isn't about trust. This is
it's a
about
good friend of mine.
risk.
Do you have a name?
She hesitates
version?
before answering.
You can address me as your Royal
Oh.
Highness, or Her Majesty.
Again, she offers no specifics.
Okay, so it's this version of her that we were just seeing moments ago.
Too long.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key. Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
I don't know.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what she is.
Oh, have you decided?
You know.
Let's go with this one.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't.
I
Not
don't
the
want to
chance
do
we'll have
this,
to
but
take.
it's what I have to do.
We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to...
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You'll be the death of all of us, but fine.
I gotta find
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table. Okay. We can settle in against the far wall. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door,
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
Uh-oh.
The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet,
That's cool.
and then your legs.
Oh, that's awesome.
You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on?
Right.
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you.
Yes,
can't I?
can. Just don't hurt me.
She steps closer,
Hello.
one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your
Yep.
lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd
Yes.
say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end. Don't we?
you think.
It can't be. This can't actually... I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's
Everything goes dark,
And you die.
and you...
Okay. And the nightmare. Ooh, I don't like the title. The Nightmare.
You're
The
on a
nightmare.
path in the woods. You're here to slay her. Again? People don't
Yeah.
die. If he doesn't remember what happened, then... Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I
think the
said,
narrator
this is the first
is
time
just
we've
another
met.
Voice. It's
Those are two very different. Let's
Right,
say
yeah,
you died.
we've
We
seen
couldn't
this
trust
part.
either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, all we did was lock her away. And how'd that work? No comment.
Alright, you're back.
Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to act, and your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want? Obviously, I want you to slay her. Anyways,
Right.
I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Of course, there weren't any consequences. We will speak
Yeah.
for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just... And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Do you think
Yeah.
the people, if she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? I want you.
Yeah, cool. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She
Yep,
will... I don't
yep.
think lying...
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Paranoid's a good voice. I mean, every voice is a good voice. I don't think there's been a single one I didn't like.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
plain. The smooth
Yikes.
wood of the walls almost featureless.
I don't know if
The
I'd
only
reach for that
furniture
knife.
of note is a lone table. Not the blade is your implant. Hold on. What happened to the... It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out.
Cool.
But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep
Right.
breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits.
okay.
And
I'm gonna...
you walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. What are you talking about? This isn't a...
Swipe the mirror clean,
You
yeah.
reach... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it. You reach down and... Good.
I don't know if it matters.
Steal. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something
Ooh,
else?
I like a bomb.
Something...
You have a bomb?
I don't know. The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're
Right.
more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Cool.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
I agree, but, yeah,
Very I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right?
Oh, fuck, I don't
knows
know
that
if they
we're
were
here.
here the entire time, but I wish you did not mention that, friend.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here. So focus up.
Right, I don't know if they were there the entire
You
time.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of
God.
isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you
Okay,
of
the
fresh
narrator
lightning and
isn't
static,
denying the eyes.
as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess was here, slaying her would probably be doing her a
probably
favor.
be doing her a favor.
Her cruel and playful voice pranced.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Paranoid's not gonna be happy.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Step off into the... No.
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it It'll be a...
Go down the
You
stairs.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I want to die again.
Paranoid.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I
Right.
wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm
Aw,
going
how
to find you.
I was gonna say how sweet. I don't like how you said that. I'm gonna be honest. We need to set up some boundaries, ma'am, princess. Let's go right. I like that path.
You turn to the faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find
I
you.
don't like you.
As the princess approaches,
Oh, I
your
really
legs
don't like
suddenly
you.
go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Oh fuck! Where's my garbage can? Yoink.
Heart, lungs, liver. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
I'll be honest. You are
What are you doing?
not the prettiest.
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what... You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you
Paranoid.
want to do, can you?
Paranoid power. Oh, I hear him in the fucking back. Oh.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission.
Paranoid ego.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
I don't think striking at her is going to.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I...
Princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver,
Liver,
nerves.
nerves.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath. You're back. Lungs,
One moment, and then you're gone. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Right,
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart.
This path is already worn by travel
Lungs.
and has been seen by one of my many eyes.
Wait, what? Nerves, heart,
Okay.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Okay.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Are you serious? Liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Nobody's happy here, but
You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
Right.
she raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath. Like a creeping mold, The complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. No, 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 no.
Let me out.
Okay. Okay. I was kind of hoping there would be like an option where I can just make the paths I already
Your
use just not appear
existence
at all.
hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone.
Let me out.
A reprieve, a good life, love, children, a steady career, recognition from your peers. Here one moment,
Yeah.
gone the
Like a
next.
smile.
The worms have found their
Ah.
orifices.
Not worms.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty.
Is this
The
important?
lonely soul is lonely again.
Let me out.
No, 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 no. No, no. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. You can't keep going.
But he doesn't respond.
Oops. I think I broke you. I'll see you soon.
Oh, fuck, a third chapter. Oh, oh, no! The moment of clarity.
You're on a path.
Thanks,
in the-
Duke Nukem.
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so
Oh,
fuzzy.
no. Not the
It
broken.
hurts when I try to remember.
I didn't think we'd find
You
another
should know
third
about the
chapter.
princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
I guess
It feels so long ago, almost like...
we have to let her out.
No, that's the opposite of what you're... Slay, we decided not to do that. Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
Wait, voice of
It's
the
really the
opportunist.
only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's
Two
the one with
voices?
power. No, we were
Oh,
supposed
no.
to keep her trapped there forever. We're supposed to be unfeeling. How
Oh,
become
no.
unfeeling? Not when there's so much fear. There's nothing for us to do. We've already... We love her. So we have to set her
all
free. We
here?
love something that hates us.
How many are there?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other. Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us. This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How... Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right.
Okay, Smitten. I agree with you on a fundamental level, but not when she's like this.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to... Many. It feels like we've been here forever.
Uh-huh.
It also feels like we've...
It doesn't matter.
Yes, we just have to do what she says.
Okay.
And then everything... It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Hey, this proceeds.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, but eventually you do make it to the cabin.
It's just the
Or
mirror.
rather, you make it to the
Oh.
place a cabin should have been.
Hello,
Instead,
the angry
All you
pickled
find
zero.
is an empty hill.
Right.
No, this isn't
Oh.
right. There's a cabin there. There's
Oh,
always
no.
supposed to be a cabin there.
Okay.
Don't ask him about the mirror.
I want to talk about the mirror.
He always lies. And he always makes it gone.
No, this
Stay
is the time.
focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by
There
She's
is a
still
mirror.
here. Buried, just
There's a
walk
mirror,
up
and
the
I'm gonna
hill.
fucking get to it. Mirror. That's
You
what
walk
matters.
up the hill. hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
Okay, stubborn.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's
the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. Proceed. Proceed to where? And that's a new one. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. And it already has worked.
Yep.
It's gone, don't you?
We're one step.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike
Wait a
nothing.
minute.
It's empty and isolating.
I
There's
like
just
to
enough
look
vague
at
shape
this.
and the only object of note is a pristine blade
No comment
buried
further.
in the dirt floor. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you'll take it. It's the
I mean, oh. Take the blade, yeah.
You reach down to take the blade,
Oh.
but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon
I don't
sinking
know.
deep
I like
into
this
the
more or
earth.
less. It continues the joke I was trying to make, but it's kind of terrifying.
You lean over
So-
the hole and gaze into the abyss.
I don't know,
It is
50-50.
very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
Definitely not the word of choice.
It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
Come on, I had no option but to take that knife.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
You know, somehow this is more fucking terrifying than the Wraith. Can we go back to the Wraith that was trying to possess me?
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
Closer.
You said 3 arms are
I was having some fun.
like.
And I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Oh yeah, that's 3 arms. No. Mo, if you could not scream at the top of your lungs, that'd be great.
Watching over me forever. That was so
Oh yeah,
brave.
it was brave, thanks, ma'am.
Closer.
But forever is so long.
You know, you could have 4 arms instead of 3. I think that'd be,
everything.
it'd be more symmetrical.
Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. And what's left is for you to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. A witness. Oh, I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I'm not into that one.
Now don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago.
Yeah.
Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Okay.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
I don't. Oh, you're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. Oh. Was that something new? Or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take your hand and consider. I wanna. Let me pick any of these? No? Oh, fine. I'll take
You extend your hand to hers.
I still don't know why
For
I would
all
ever
her
conquer.
past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that.
I hate you. I hate you too, narrator. You know what? This was the right path.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's
Toro.
over.
Okay. Yep.
And that's the end. I
Oh.
wonder what we're going to do next.
Okay, you're a little pretty, but I'm still not into the cage shit.
I didn't think I'd be so tired. Why is it so cold?
Ah, the big demon lady with 100 arms is coming to grab you. Eh. She's the real one here. She's the real friend. No.
She's gone. Yeah. I can find that mirror's back.
What does that mean for us? I'm sure it'll be whisked away.
Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different. Doesn't seem like there's much.
Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yes, Smith and I agree with you so dearly.
Yeah.
Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to get...
Let's take a look in the mirror. All the voices are killed, eaten, taken away.
Something tells me that this is the
Wait,
end of the line.
what?
But I don't feel bad about it. Feel the fears. I'm done. My heart. The game was always going. I'll be free. I'm
just ready to be... Boys, it's been an honor.
Okay, now. Oh, that scared me. I thought they were going to stay somehow. Unraveled. Right. Welcome along quiet once again. Let's go meet our wife. Hey, wife. I hope you don't mind me calling you wife. You're the only person who stays the same.
The endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there? Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces.
Right.
And I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Ah, okay.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They...
Do you have any thoughts on this?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship.
Okay.
But the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She
Yeah,
will look for
okay.
a tender
That might have
heart.
been my fault.
Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
God, Can you tell me how many more I need? Oh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then
Oh.
gravity will pull the others back to me.
One
I
more.
will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay. Cool, we got one more run through. This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see
Cool.
is... No. The point of awakening is to find out.
I don't like the use here of awakening, because, in my D&D sessions that I run, I have, godlike creatures, called avatars. They,
The
awaken.
next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
They always have, like, a really complicated and long path to them awakening into these massive godlike beings while normally being human. She is currently kind of humanish, and we are going through a long task to, quote, awaken her. She's
I
gonna...
will be here, waiting for
If
you.
it's accurate to my campaigns, she's turning into a giant godlike being and imposing whatever her... moment of clarity to her, okay. Bringing whatever,
You're on a path in the
idea
woods,
she
and at the end of that
poses
path is a
into the
cabin.
world.
And in the basement of
This
that
is so
cabin,
fun. But whatever, skip to, I think I want to take a peaceful path for this last one.
you make your way
Something
up the warning.
happy.
She will lie. We're not
Yep.
going to go through with this,
Right,
right?
we're gonna proceed to the cabin. I want into the basement without a blade.
Good.
Just immediately to try
Only
to...
making this more difficult. You attempt.
Alright,
You try the door. You're shout. You're here to slay.
right.
You make it easier for everyone. Look at them.
I heard
Right,
the door
yeah.
slam.
There's a slight panic.
So if we save here, it should...
Fine. Against your...
Yeah, it's gonna... Can I...
Stop that.
Okay. I wanna go... Oh, I can't resist. Okay. Resist is taken away because we've already done that. So we're giving in to the desires.
There's no getting through to you right
Yeah.
now. A betrayal of will is...
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Yikes, that's...
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade,
Yeah!
giving it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor. Your body
Kind of like a
unresponsive
Wendigo right
as
now.
your blood
Oh wait, I
pools
probably
on the
should have
ground
said that.
beneath
Hold on, let
you.
me take a look at the window.
She stares down at your
We're
ravaged
good, they didn't
form,
hear me.
eyes shining in the darkness. Dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Right.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. It can't just end like, as much as I'd
Yeah.
prefer for things to have gone differently. I can't deny the reality of what's happened. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And
What
you
voice does
die.
this give me? This is probably the last voice we're gonna see unless I do a replay.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
Yep. So let's find out what the next voice is. Wait, hang on.
Again? If he
Yeah.
doesn't remember what... Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can
The
trust him.
opportunist! I wanted to see this guy, actually.
I know I can hear you, right? Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue. Bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin
Out of all
and
the
slay
voices
that
that I
princess.
saw in the last...
We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Opportunist is the one I wanted to find. Probably the most. The stubborn was kind of funny, too. But this guy. Let's just proceed to the cabin, though.
A warning before you go any further. She
Yep.
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Yep. Let's meet the witch, shall we?
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
Okay.
The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that... The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror again, as
Walk
always.
up. What are you talking about?
Let's wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward
No,
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous
I
you
am
look.
curious if the fact that I am an Aarakocra means anything. But it's in
No
the
blade.
basement.
It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
Yeah, you're right, Opportunist. We don't need no blade. We want to meet the witch. Surely
The
they're
door to the
very
basement
nice.
creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak
Yep.
starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only
What I was kinda
illuminating the
hoping
edges of an opening below.
Is
It shines in the darkness
We'd
like
get to
some
the
kind of
damsels.
massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth.
and at the damsel, we could go against the Smitten's word and just stab her there, but
The air smells of
Oh.
dirt and copper. It's
This is
thick
probably
and wet, as if
a
your
more
lungs
peaceful
are being
image.
coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from below.
yep.
Something nasty finds itself on my
Ow.
stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Look, I was
But you are. You're
Oh.
a wretched little thing.
little. Really now?
I recognize that
Oh.
voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps
Look,
coming up the path.
I gave
I
in
know
to
who
the
you
will
are,
that was
and I
imposed
remember
against
what
me.
you've done.
Okay.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. You can't.
Yep.
Unless you slay. Look, I'm
Look.
just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah.
I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big
Who's
decisions?
screaming? Antoro? No, Mo, don't scream at Antoro. He's not doing anything. He's eating food.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering.
Right.
Your task is to slay the princess. Fine.
Slay the
fine.
princess.
You're the boss.
Hey, princess.
Thank
Oh,
You descend the basement steps,
kind of like this one.
entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom.
Kind of.
She's huddled
Nice
against the
tail.
far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
You look okay. Now, this might just be me, but it looks like you are hunched over. Then, if you stood tall, you would be like 10 feet tall.
And there you
Ooh.
are, once
Okay, maybe not.
again
Maybe
seeming to
9 feet.
offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back.
Okay, look.
Fine, I'll play along for
I don't
now.
even have a knife.
What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Oh, what?
No. You've already been here, haven't you?
No, narrator, I would
That's
never.
pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out?
Oh, I'm sure she will kill me. That's
Call it
part of
deductive
the fun.
reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us? No, I don't.
so
But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even
very
if I'm
curious
not a part
what
of
the
it.
narrator is.
I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put
Maybe
is
he
it all
just is
behind
a
us?
narrator.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after
Oh yeah, I'm
this.
just gonna talk.
My
about it.
world
I
is
don't
on the
think
line
anything's
right
gonna
now,
Go wrong here.
so
Nothing
I'd
could
appreciate
go
it if you
wrong.
would take this seriously
Women
and slay
love me.
her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to
I'm
be.
gonna talk to her. This needs to be more
Well,
difficult, so
I
I
seem
can
to
hate
remember
you.
you having a tongue.
Oh, right. He's just got the fucking little 3 face. I find an unbelievable amount of humor in her having the 3 face. Is there anything where I can explain to her?
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back?
Yes,
You'll have to try harder than that.
I do believe.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Yay!
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Oh.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want.
Well, that's.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please. But it insists I stay where I am. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you. And you alone.
Oh, well,
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
yeah.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh, yeah, you're standing tall now. You look ravishing.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
You are so right. You're so right, Opportunist.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Ooh.
You were the one who tried to kill me when my back was turned.
Okay.
You were the one who started all of this.
Only
Look.
a poor loser twists their own failures around
Yes,
on the winner.
I tried to resist.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
Yes.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here,
That is quite
the only
hairy
thing that will be
legs.
dead and buried is the bad blood between
And
us.
claws. Oh, really?
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Thanks, opportunist.
She needs
Thanks
us
for
to
being
get out of
honest.
here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't
Right.
be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here,
not
that's
the
it for the world. Remember?
Oh, I absolutely hate the
Even if that's
world.
true, that doesn't
I'd hate to
automatically
lose
mean
the
she's going to stab
world.
us in the
Humans
back.
are so great.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Unless she is bowed down or like crouched, I don't think we can be face to face.
She never breaks eye contact,
Oh, she's
even
definitely
as the two of you find
crouched.
yourselves face
She's got
to
that
face.
bend in order to make it to my fucking face. I can't give her the knife. I left it upstairs. That knife is not in sight.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
Right. Huh.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
Really?
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. Well, somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the
Yeah,
ones who
we
broke her
did.
trust last time.
Did break her trust last
Talking
time.
a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be
She
trusted.
can totally be trusted.
I
Look
don't
at
know
that
how many
pretty
more
tail.
warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out
Or,
of here, you're going to regret it.
Those claws that could easily cut through my skin. What's not trusting about that, narrator? I'ma believe what I see in chat. I'm a
That's
truster.
right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
Yeah, no, that's completely
That's
fair.
exactly what I'm worried about.
Oh, you can even just
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
Oh, I think closer would
You're
be
only
great.
saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Ah, I agree.
I do want
I
those
want her to
things,
be
but I want
closer.
them for a good reason. I don't need you to
In
trust
fact,
me for my sake,
If she's
because
closer,
I already
and
know
if I
that
can
I'm right.
feel her against
This
my
is for
back,
you.
then I know she's not doing anything strange. That is completely the only reason I'd want her doing that.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her.
Meme. Not bad.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all,
Yeah, I like
upstairs of the
Optimus.
cabin
He's,
is within
smart.
reach.
And he's honest.
Isn't that a relief?
And
We're
I
fine.
believe in honesty.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig
Yep.
into your shoulder, sharp
Yep.
and piercing. The princess clawing at you,
Ooh,
and
hot.
pulling you down with her full weight. Together
Cut
you
that.
tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally
yeah,
you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
Yeah, princess.
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken.
Yeah.
One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like
I don't like having
back.
a broken back either.
You were going to help her. Why? Why did... It's what I would have done.
Yeah.
If you considered not being like that. Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Yeah.
And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Yep.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Mm-hmm. I kind of did.
The princess lets out a...
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have... And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea. And then you would have done it, and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of her... You're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed. The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's...
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so...
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
Narrator, I'm really love to inform you of this. The world ends no matter what. I'm the guy actually
We're going to
ending the
die
world.
together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick
You
your
see, narrator,
bones clean.
I'm actually a crow, Aarakocra, and crows symbolize death. I am actually the princess. This is... Wait. I'm the prince, and the prince is
that
the
really
bad
what's
one.
going to happen?
There we go.
Hello?
Oh, yep.
Are you still there?
I'm
happens next?
gonna end the world, because I'm a crow.
I think he's gone.
And crows are death.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape.
Oh, really? That's me. Sorry.
I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel
Yep.
cold.
That's my powers and my wife. Gone into the abyss.
She's
that
gone.
mirror.
Where did... And there's that mirror. But it feels so bad. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
That mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
I do. Voices feel small and distant as you approach. Let us see what's in here this time. Huh. Oh, fuck, wait, was I right?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Oh, yep, oh, fuck, okay, we don't. Oh, God, there's so many questions. Let's go through these and kind of see how important they are. Oh, that's not important. What are you? I like that one. If you're not me, what are you? That's also a good one. I mean, it's both, what are you? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will help stop asking questions. Every time I ask something, a piece breaks. Part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted me to slay the princess. Why? I've met you many times.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Okay.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Yeah. What are
I'm
you?
an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Yeah.
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Okay.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Oh no. Oh, I know what's coming up.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Right.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
Right.
Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants
I
to be.
think the narrator might be literally me in the real world.
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
I think...
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive
Right.
thoughts have a way of
Yeah, no,
creeping
that's,
in and ruining
that is
everything.
true. I am prone to intrusive thoughts with the ADHD.
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
Okay. That's fair. Ooh. So she's...
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died,
Right,
You
okay, so
cannot
he's
die.
literally me in the real
so you
world.
can't
looking
grasp the
for-
abject horror of dying.
looking to seek eternal immortality. Run out of questions. Death of the author. Okay. Ah, rest easy, Minister. He knows when I lie, though.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Alright. So. The long quiet. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. Right, okay. I have at the heart of things. There's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Hi.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Right. So he was literally the, fear of death.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Here's how I see it. Although I have an obsession with immortality, most of the world doesn't. And I am an ancient, eldritch, god-like being who will not die no matter how much I eventually want to.
Even as your eyes begin to open,
talk to this girl a bit.
You still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
This music is so beautiful right now.
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay. Alright.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach.
I'm an
and you
ancient
cannot
bird
rationalize
man.
that which
You're
defies
an
logic.
Shapeshifter.
But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten me,
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving
What's
and
going
revolving
on?
around
What's
each other,
going on?
but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Why would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Right. Oh, I see. It's time it could have been better. I've already come so far. Why are there more that let me see? If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between the growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies in contrast. Abandoning one's search is not the same as losing the capacity to discover. I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible.
Oh, gotcha. Flying into me again. No, not this one.
Things more terrifying than one's own house. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Yes, we are both elder
Could you
gods.
bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
I am aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
Oh, yep.
There's no beginning to them, and there is no end, and there is no
I'm realizing.
only the flood of bodies. Hold every possible every moment, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
At the start of every run, he said he will do anything to manipulate you. He wasn't referring about that run, he was referring to right now. Right now is coming to the point where I choose if I slay the princess or not. Not all those other times. All those other times, he didn't care about those. He was a little stupid. This right here is the princess I'm supposed to slay.
But in the end, you reflected it back to for a brief moment. Both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Yep. Everything at once is like a perfect all, like,
You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend.
Yep.
And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open.
Conversation between gods. Oh, yep. Okay.
Your letter pressed stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Right, yeah.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had
Yeah, I like this one,
desire,
though.
and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Yeah.
Then there's no need for you to fight for who you are. Whenever you're ready, you can move.
I'm gonna make my first ever save in this game. But I feel like the game wants me to.
If you need more time to open your eyes. I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
Flash between you obey to begin to shake, rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything, there is no constant. Open your eyes and accept what we...
Oh, there it is. I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you have to fight for a better world. Your cruelty itself, I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is. My message is someone else. I like that one. Okay, so this is the moment. They're in the safe spot. I like this in
There
here.
is no something else. This, what we are.
Whatever you're trying to do right now,
Oh,
you don't have to do it alone.
what the? What?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Okay.
After all the times you told me that mirror was going to kill me, I'm genuinely surprised you missed
Okay,
me.
look, I had to.
But you don't have to get into
I
that.
can't tell if it's mortality or if it's like a...
That's what matters.
Because, okay, I don't know if it's actually saying that it keeps mortality or if everyone literally dies. It's...
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you.
It's time to resume.
She's relentless, isn't she?
Ready?
Let's go.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Is everything, like, forming? Yeah, okay. Cabin.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
No.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got
Oopsie.
obliterated.
That's what happens when you're a god, I guess. Good
Yeah.
riddance.
He really put us through hell, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Yeah. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah?
It's a cabin, yeah?
There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Maybe
That's
you're
probably
right.
for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If things go south, we might need
stairs.
the blade, but...
Do you remember the first time we were here?
I'm not gonna use this blade.
First time we
don't,
heard her
don't
voice.
you worry, pickle.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Hi, I want to find that center ground.
And there you are, knife in
Yeah,
hand.
okay.
It really brings me back. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go? No. I feel like I'm myself again.
Okay. You know, earlier when I mentioned avatars and them ascending into godhood, but normally being a human, I don't think I mentioned that they also lose their will when they become a god. This is very, very close to home.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Yep.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Yep, stealing from Slay the Princess before Slay the Princess existed. Can't believe me.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't think that's what I want, though.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you. I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before. Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too. Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Yeah.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Okay. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Yeah. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Let's keep exploring.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Right.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
make one more save file. Man. That is the, epitome of the game. Right there, that's... This is probably the hardest decision I've ever had in any video game, ever. I started off this game saying I would slay the princess. That's the very start of it. I said, I'm gonna slay her. I'm gonna slay her right. But... I can always come back and slay her in another ending. You know? I don't have work tomorrow. I can come back, play tomorrow, explore some of the other endings.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Oh.
Oh,
I know the smitten would be happy.
I love you too.
The smitten would be happy with me. That's what matters the most. Yeah.
You're on a path. You're here to slay.
Is that it? I just want to continue to the cabin. And at the end of that path is a cabin. Okay. So I'm an eldritch god in love with another eldritch god, continuously repeating the same loop as we ascend into godhood. That's the actual story of the game. Huh. Yeah. That's... Oh, finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. So that wasn't the good ending. That's... Oh. Fuck. Oh. Let's return to the main menu. I don't think I have the heart to slay the princess right now, which is probably the good ending. I mean, realistically, I don't fully know. Right. So it's gonna be it for today. I think tomorrow I'll try and, if I have time, finish off some of the other endings, try and find the good one maybe. That was really good. Yeah. That was fun. That was the hardest decision I have ever had in any video game, ever. 100%. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You can't do that to me. Oh my god. Oh, you can't just do that to me. I had my, like, stream menu open, getting ready to press the stop streaming button, and then in the background, it started to flicker behind my screen. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is... Yup. Wow. Okay. There's the cabin. Alright. Well. Guess I should end the stream before it gets any longer, and the VOD takes even longer to upload, because that's how time works. That's it for this one. Oh god. Bye-bye.